Everybody here having today is Wednesday, and we're still playing Phoenix Wright. So last time we finished up the last one of the original Phoenix Wright GBA game of Phoenix Wright Journey's GBA days, which was Turnabout Goodbyes. So now we're able to approach Rise from the Ashes, one of the few cases in the Phoenix Wright games that does not have the word Turnabout in the title. Also, it was a DS exclusive case for when it was released, and then when the Trilogy came out, it was included naturally anyway. So Rise of the Ashes was originally the exclusive but nice national one, and it includes things that were not present in the second and third games, but become more prominent later with forensic science, with forensic investigations. With that being said, let's just get into it. I kind of went briefly over it, but you'll see more as this gets exclusive. It's also, from what I remember, has one of the largest amount of evidence stuff in the core backcourt, so we'll have to be mindful of that. Alright. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wagon Cool office. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow! Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am! It only matters who you are! The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey! Oh. Oh, it's just the usual thing. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, Dad. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you're Phoenix Wright, correct? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you. Really? Thank you so much. My name is Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. In composition, its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She's analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear any corrosion due to this. I'll give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. But we can't do that yet. Okay. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yep, that's right. It's something wrong. No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait! Only 6... Sorry. Only 16? I'm set to be I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what's like the age of your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you can call me a 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less. Great. Another future profession in training. So what's the bit of the case? Is it the trial tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she did it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring my BFA, but that's interesting. How could she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. I'll bet a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. I can't fault her for her lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I should get down to the detention center and talk to your sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person, she was a few years before her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. Well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it's more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kinda hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. February 22nd, detention center, visitors room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She's got quiet all of a sudden, as soon as we arrived. Guard? Well, I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, Mom. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to race this year? Understood, Mom. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? Sorry. It's your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey! How do you know Mia mentioned you? I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? 2 sisters. One a lawyer, Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? I'm doing it. Your badge looks new. I polish it daily. In a few years, the gold plating will flake off. Then we'll see the real you. Gah! Whatever happened to innocent small talk? Give it 3 years. Then we'll see what you have become. Oh, I get it. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait! But the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime scene took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Hi. That was a bit bad luck, wasn't it? Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. Victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have found me guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I hear and learn. Guard. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seemed impossible. You wouldn't. Huh? Lana, what happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait. She was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was all in the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'll do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was at the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It seems a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So, how can you say you did? I lose you. I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my service as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your clan has confessed it after all. The case is over. Right, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. Something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to defend another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened there? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... Well, maybe not. It's like there's something in there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out the underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay! We're gonna do this. Mia's plan to Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up there on the day before she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clans, though. Looks like the cleaning day. Looks like it's cleaning day again in the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Gods! That boy was staring right at me! Mia's desk. I sit here even last night after I stopped taking cases. Yeah, at least he's dusted off once in a while. A fickle-looking legal book standing in a formidable row. They mock me! I tried reading one, and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. And my foot hurt too. Yeah, I think we're done here. And we go to the underground parking lot. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is a lot. So this is a lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers for years from now after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? I'm trying not to stand out here too... Sorry, I'm trying not to stand out too much here. See? Hey there! You're expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? A partner? Oh, right. What do we have here? Looks like a bambana. And got looks from the ranch is up to no good. As our aunt's up to no good. Those gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bamba. I know how you feel. But this is my gang Skull Strike. See? Strike? This is our claim, our territory. With a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing a mess with ours, you regret it, partner. You know what dream? You know what dreams the cacti in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? Hell on home now. Have a trails, Bamba. Bamba, yeah. What's that? Humber, a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective. He thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Oh, wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at the crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Looks like theft to me. Wallet. A foldable wallet found at this crime scene. There's something to be there seems to be something inside. I'm called the duty already. I'm at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the tricks to examining evidence in detail, okay? The way her eyes are sparking, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay. Now, look at the court records. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Look! I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out by the press of the X button. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigations useful? I guess. Though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID. Investigator ID card from the prosecution office crime scene. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Oh yeah, new profiles. So Emma Sky, age 16, high school, junior, and self-styled scientific investigator, client, sister of Lana Sky. Lana Sky, age 29, the defendant and chief prosecutor of the for the district, wounded her right arm. So now we can examine this. Oh yeah, oh you can clearly see this now. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought that had to be had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way, you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Alright. The name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID number 5842189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letter City! They're the reason why we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID Yabadab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabadab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point! It doesn't take much to amuse her. Okay. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground looks like that makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit! Well, maybe it's both kind of a dual purpose. Aha! Fear of relativity. What? I gotta write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright! Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Look, a stylish glass wall room. Very nice. You see the whole parking lot from in there. Well, it says security. Perhaps it's the cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you. I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Look at the door! This must mean something! I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No! It won't open! A mysterious lock! I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, we need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigations first, shall we? Here, phone! Let's see if it works. Hey! Don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey! What did you say? See? You hear just fine. The phone's broken. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy! I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on side. Wait! I know! I'll hide in here and do a stick out. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you might not even be... Like, you might not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious! Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ah! Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns this car? Well, the little filly, he's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides this red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please? No problem, partner. But time for hoodies anyway. Get yourself off to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find your Corvette. A Corvette. You like? Prosecutor's office. Or prospector's office. Alright. My mistake, I misheard that. What does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up Fetty's saloons ourselves. Maybe we should check out room 1202. The prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right, Grid? Grid! Maybe there are some clues around here. Mr. Wright, let's check it out. Excuse me. Were you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene! Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some pretty goodness coming for you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly the way to greet someone. Even my days as the Hufflepuff Queen are over. cough up? Huh? No, I feel kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this kiss, you see. Images are burnt into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all those sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you? No. I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, Cough Queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star, and don't you go forgetting it. But before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, Mom. Yikes, she means it. The defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? You think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy! A box of pickles. Kind of a sound lunch if you ask me. How about this card? I'm still offended there's only set cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine honey ham to the detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I knew that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who hunt the stand of inequality. Never mind. Evil ones? Probably got that wrong. Prosecutors? They have no quarrel at all by blackening the names of innocent. And you say they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave the award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to this was just with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Don't miss. Mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones. The one they awarded yesterday. It was his card that they found the body. Prove that he devoured the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they said when they talk about a woman's wrath. You see, Lana Sky wielded that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the fire moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings to my ear. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife. Wait a second. You know Lana Sky? Of course. It's quite a feat. Becoming chief prosecutor. How many line punches of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She's always travels light. Nah. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxed lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did she say something? No! Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried the General Toast Trilobite lunch stand. Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? Is the security room over there? The glass wall booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Mr. are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Do you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Mr. I sense some hostility. Hostility? Huh, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clam in the cheddar. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'll be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Cough-Up Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Let's go to the High Prosecutor's office. No, I just noticed something. Anyway, February 22nd, High Prosecutor's office, room 1202. This is the kind of room that screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Hey, look! There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What? That shield? It takes real nerves to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Being's right. You never tired of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and... Right. My sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I warned you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here. Hey! Don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. One of it. What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can't scream. I once dreamt of becoming a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, it'll take... I'm sure it won't take. I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty. If she decides any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stopped it. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean, wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again. And that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it. Sorry, I'll admit. It was quite a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait! What did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor. The top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself. So I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? Why sound things for report? Oh. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Whoa! Those are all case files! They're stacked up in to the ceiling! There's even a ladder! On? I thought I thought Ezra wasn't Goop of Heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up of that ladder. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up to on my chess. It looks like the blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knight has surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted horses. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out this poor pawn. His head's kind of spiky. Kinda reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding the palm with spiky hair? Nah, it's nothing. Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set! I go more for an instant tea bag myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packs of tea leaves. They're also the right places of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisite, splendid concoction! There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. My! What an amazing bouquet! Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. And besides it, a giant steel samurai! Wow, I want one! Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy. Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? I don't think so. Yeah, I noticed the flowers here have a cravat. Wow! This jacket's even lacer than his usual one. This must be his lucky trail jacket. Lucky jacket? Right. I've never seen him worn. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So with that K, that's... K stands for king. Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't assign the thing. King of prosecutors. Kind of like employee of the month. Only better. The prosecutor's trophy out of the court records. Given the Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors at the PD on the day of the murder. Hey, check him out! There's a metal plate here! It looks like the name of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow! One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must be an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. And she says it. His name does have a kind of ring to it. So this is the King of Prosecutors' shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gunji works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does that matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He does seem too concerned about his reward. For better or for worse. Yesterday was a fire busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. To be honest, it's been a bit of a well, I'm still here and all. At all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was salvaged in the trial at the end of the last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? A bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor's guy, yes? We worked together on a kiss a few years ago. It was my first big kiss. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. And why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife's added to the court record. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces the victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Can you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Transfer. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A sermon was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edwards pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. As records of parking in the prosecutor's office lot, entry lot at 5:12 p.m. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edward cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edward doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling fairy is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as a night swordsman. And there's a scary thought. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. That's the date of the crime. Sorry, this is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he held up a couple of extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught in this whole. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premise? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir. No, sir. Don't name it that kind, sir. None in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on fire tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that race next month. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains, and good luck. Right? Yes, sir? Ah! He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the scene apartment as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. I'm busy preparing for the trial tomorrow. I'm preparing for tomorrow. I'm not in the mood for idle banter. Especially not with you. Let's go! Right, it's alright. Fine. I'll just have a talk with him when he perks up. Should you take a look at this? Yes? You said you wanted hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't look at me. You must have to burn the leaves for a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to the aroma. Exquisite! The only thing I'm smelling here is a waste of time. Alright. Nothing there, okay. February 22nd, Police Department entrance. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? It's me. That took about 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminals affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? I don't know. Oh, sorry. Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me! He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey! I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Detective Koji, can you tell me about this? Hey, pal. This is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that got me into so much trouble last time. All the time, sorry. I mean, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let me see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Ah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought. Can you tell us more? Detective Gumshoe? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself! Ah, congratulations! I was wondering, why is the award a shield? Actually, why is it... I'm sorry, and why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was so proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor's guy to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Car and the knife do seem a little too well too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? You have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. No man, show the police badge. Enough it's said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found the detective's card, didn't I? I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed it to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yeah, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relevant of the suspect. She's last guy's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir! Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voice down. You don't want to be overheard using the word faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, not really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's kiss and all. It's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminals affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. There are not any of us rank and file detectives in it all. None of you? I know it's a important trial. Isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I spent the day getting the Vanishers downstone pad. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, I did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene? It's unheard of, pal! So this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be land on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. I'm not gonna confess as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney, Hammond. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent! Listen, pal. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing are right, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting! But there's no evidence against him! Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusual strong ties to the department's higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this case has started a new rumor. Oh, I'm gonna mute myself for a second here. Okay, I got some weird things with my headphones thing in the moment. People said the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. No one wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Everest is fighting the bull on this one. He's doing this one for all of us. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so we can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it dances. So we'll just dance until the battery dies. Poor Blue Badger. You have to dance until he drops. Blue Badger, a work of art designed by the chief prosecutor and created by Detective Gumshoe. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That would be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall is just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal. Let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you assemble the crime scene. Maybe. That information received from Detective Gumshoe allows Sparrow to investigate the crime scene. Don't worry, I saw the thing I'm working on. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. That's one. No. Hey, look here! It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus $20. I think a couple of zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Okay, I think I've said. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue? Oh, that's my masterpiece. I mean, this. Okay. Just thinking. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I say, "Hey, you do that, your suit will get coat, buddy." That's her, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. And then make a good purr. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to get back. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck. I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello? Why a surprised look? Didn't I mention? I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What's happening to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of the crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopelessness case something to catch his interest? Alright, coming on today. Count the three. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remember, you never to visit Texas. That was a new one. Archer Marshall, could you take a look at this? Well, partner, if you're fixing to draw on me, you best be ready for a shootout. You ready to become food for the vultures come around day? Are you ready, Mr. Ryan? Hi, I don't think he's going to help us. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, found letters to me go right to this platoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Ah, that'll code log. You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look. Where did you say a letter of introduction? It says invitation. Ah. I think he just miswrote it. Wait! Why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in, Dan. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire? Well, folks, players are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be elected senator. Strike out the land for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hood nanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like selling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say it won't be needing this anymore. The common shoes letter of introduction crumbled and discarded. Oh. Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Oh, Mr. Marshall! Don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, that could be... Hey, they can use the same shield over and over. Look yourself. The prosecutor's office on criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know what? They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. What's this? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, he found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance. In this rat hole, you want distance. Get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does it for yours make, Captain Day? Note to self. If you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than a hangout with the pros. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light, illuminating evildoers who come to in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's the sheriff's badge. Okay. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner? Could you be a little more specific? First Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. This man in Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here is the autopsy report. Autopsy reports out of the correct. Good. Death due to loss of blood, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Why my sister involved the victim in any way? So was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambada. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a kiss a few years back. So, there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here the other day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shooting at high noon. I don't mean to be offense. I don't mean any offense, but Mr. Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? Call me out. They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's all though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important at least. He's none but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth. That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run. By order of the chief of police. Just, he doesn't realize yet. Also, I think I misworded that. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? This looks like a cell phone. Scientifically analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right. Let's check it out. This is me, by the way. So. Man, what a boring stripe. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. They're hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. This phone's still this phone's still on the readout screen. Readout? Mr. Ryan? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you. But even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just You never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Unsaves that are ring. Now to see who the owner of this phone call lost. Note to self. A defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. Beep. Hey, that song! I know that! Hey, what's going on over here? Ah, oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed read on their phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is that anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that... Oh. I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah. It's kind of strange, but... Someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. I'll shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I inside the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone, property Lance Sky, last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. What are we... There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I did during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Alright. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime scene took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. My luxurious car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. A rope. This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. What's this? It looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 67S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what's this mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deduction reasons, go to Ashworth, not Wright. I'm sure Ashworth wouldn't know what this means either. There's no victim's memo found in the car trunk. My sister's cell phone. Last time it was used was 5:15. 15, sorry. Right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. I didn't want to make that call. Oh. What are we gonna analyze this now? Okay. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. On the perspective of Mar was none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You, my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a balloon for the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will? Someone's up to something here. Who? Yeah, we definitely looked at that ladder / step ladder. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Fortunate evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is. Until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? Then the prosecutors were talking about evidence is everything to them. You follow the rumors about Edgeworth to the sources, you'll find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector, Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those kettles by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there are gunshots, there are bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers said. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taking out the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, on the cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai's theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated. Early last guy, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of murder. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've gotten a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. That took about an hour and a half. As I said, these are going to be long cases. Brace yourself for it. February 23rd, 9:44 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go today, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Okay. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to set my fate. Sorry. Okay. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer a word of advice. Let me offer you a word of advice, sorry. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe in their clan. Sorry, she never believes our clan. The defendant is called to this trial because they're suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Oh, Mrs. Sky, you... You remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Court is 9 session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is right, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of today's proceeding. I hope the personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she's rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow! He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will not pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. Cough up, Queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. For you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts! What's called caviar with tastes like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name? Profession? No! Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running lunch salon these days. It's... that what you want me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness, please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait! I'm not finished eating! Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Ah! I know who you are. Cuff up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over there. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A is for the prosecutor's office personnel. Block B is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's space, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of the A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stopped them with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and the arrest was made on the spot. And who was that valiant witness? And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans. The parking lot with Edward's car. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Miss Wright? Mr. Wright, sorry? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor loser are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. I just noticed she has rice cakes on her hat. Or jelly-filled donuts for weird reasons. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give him your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are you talking about me? But his testimony is the witness account. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my family home detective intuition at work. For a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to the garnished car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. Key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife being... the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uniform options is duty noted. Given that they are used to raising inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something personal against the prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimonies is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Star. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for application. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Note to self. The judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the in A block. I'm sorry, it's up on the second floor, so you can see everything from there. That would be the floor with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I park in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sense something? So you're saying you had a promotion of the murder? It felt like, would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you feel a pumpkin clock for the seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet hanging with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard yellowed and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with an odor of an old cheese to match. Then I guess there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. A garnished car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth! Sorry, incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed also belonged to Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, it was also Mr. Edgeworth, sorry. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd kiss this is. And the person you saw, you sure was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. In this, in your testimony, you clearly state the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be neglected to the lowly posted lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch sponges is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. And this? Why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I showed to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division in photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo. Oh, the moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. Uh-oh. This is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at that time? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg, I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop the crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless. That's pretty fatal to me. But what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smell like that! Alright. Gonna try this. Oh, got it. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife? As I already said, yes. I swore my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine. That is a fine lunch. But it's not odd. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? This is why. Then why is Miss Guy not holding the knife? A knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That has to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it's still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problems here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? We'll still try it. Wait, That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. But that's all. If you run out of lunches, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunches from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. The prosecutor Sky was cold calculating like a robot. She killed with pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph. What? Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber. Most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Whoa! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, this is your testimony. The murderous plan, the rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? Gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to them to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Arrgh! Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the Forceman star. This is bad. He's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I gotta think of a way that shows that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flashback, right? We can make it. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. That's not it. What would it be? Your Honor, the statement contradicts the evidence. I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection to the rule. Gotta think before you make a receipt, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well. It was the knife. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife! The knife! The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belongs to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, our prosecutors bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness prove an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indict plan. However, why would she not also... Sorry. Why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh! This knife just happens to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, don't forget the weapon! Whoa! I heard something like that. Probably works or something. Order! Wright! Now the tides are turning in our favor. Wright, show Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right? I believe the next lunch she'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tides had turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. Suppose you think you're clever now. You know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been worrying? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. I dare you. My powers of deductions are not to be underestimated. Really now. Angel's deduction, which is the witness testimony. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim from all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive a human machine to plunge the knife into him again and again. That's interesting. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may not cross-examine the witness. Alright. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm telling you about. Sorry, that's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she said was a mere prelude to the story is about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie? Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something half-baked here, alright. Something's half-baked here, alright. And it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Nah, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Is yours worth thoughts? There is no record of a call made by the defendant Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Oh, come on! You could have tried public phones first, at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he has reason to be there. Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't! That's because she didn't have a grudge. Ricky? I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there's a lunchbox there, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. A human machine? That's a contradiction! Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self. Mr. Ashworth smells like citrus fruit. You say again and again. How many times did you stop him exactly? We often say, chopped into 1,000 pieces. But we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she's stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people! It's alright. You should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her bullies as the detective really sets her off. The showbreak burns out the faucets. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Alright. You say she stopped him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy states that the death was due to blood loss. Due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Ah, ha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Ashworth! What a hunk! He's my hero, really! What about my objection? No one noticed. Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. I'm gonna say Sam for that for now. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I saw some blood. Oh. When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw, so that you thought was blood. Testify! Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. Chief Prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So you can easily hang at the moment notice. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. That's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? Well, wait. Is that all that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib? That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report clearly states in this matter there was only one knife wound. apparently Miss Star isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Star has turned out to be a short timer as she looked when we met her. Oh. I think I know what this is. Huh. Yeah. Objection! Miss Star, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. My objection! What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stopped the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional Lundy could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words. Good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth fails. What about my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there! A scarf! No, not that. But something red. Really. Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining... Yeah, what? Has given us an entertaining interlude. But back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You solved a crime and you apprehended this suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't check the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stops the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. He's now apprehending the suspect. Oh, there's the music. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made his skip, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about that scarf, aren't you? The scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That is me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with the details. Unless you want to get bitten. But no thanks. Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside and kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Alright, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will. I think this may be the end, but I don't remember much. Yeah, this is a trial I don't remember much. Oh! Wait, it says trial former. That's a set to the meeting times? Twitch flare. So, where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means the wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. I will. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch lady's car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link and fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The Cup of Queen's lunch lady's athletic, indeed. It would take her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did this guy not get away? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember clearly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at this crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. The chief prosecutor's first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this defense attorney. Now, so the word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen closely, Ricky. The chief prosecutor stopped the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, while I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? She made the escape? Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see. Like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. I'm pretty sure I got that pronunciation wrong. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum of... She even kicked over an oil drum of me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wants to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other... Ah! The parking lot entrance! That's right! Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drum. Excellent! More mysteries! I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So this guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it! You have to believe me! I'm pretty sure I knew the drawback. Watch this. Watch this. When it get changed again. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. Objection! The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you'd be my knight in shining armor prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime scene from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting on. The emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it! What? Order, order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not covering up lunch. She's covering up lies! So she's not covering up lunch, she's covering up lies. Oops. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me the question. Tell me where exactly... Sorry, tell me exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. When it's lied about... I think this is it. Yes. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Guy to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask the question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the criminal? All the testimonies we heard of tonight point to one direction. The place where Miss Star witnessed the crime scene was here. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room was in the parking. The security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime on the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could have turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order, order! Witness? What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? Is she talking about the sky? Mr. Wright? Doesn't that strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Sorry. She could have just, as you said, saw the crime scene from the guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stopped the victim. The truth still stands. Sorry, that truth still stands. Objection! It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows perjury. She knows this. She would risk that without a good reason. To tell us her reason. What her reason was, Mr. Wright? Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. There must be a vital difference, but what? Could have changed. Just the distance? It changes the distance between her and the crime scene. Sorry, between her and the scene of the crime. Objection! My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans, and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. Objection! What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. How long did it take you to go from there? Or how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches have gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with freshly boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, so I couldn't open. So the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stopped him. I know it! I have photographic evidence! I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I think I do. We'll try it. 5 minutes between the... Yeah. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I got lunch bunch since that time. Pasta in the nuts brigade. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Scott, I dwelled at the crime scene. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant. On the blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on the account of her personal history. We did it! We screwed that con's shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the Huffle Queen has been dethroned. And with that, course adjourned. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the Squidward, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What are you talking? What was that? Okay. Is this another one of her tricked lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questioning to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker! Out of deference to the witness determination, I will add one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the lunchland, Mano says you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence witness testimony. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't at the crime scene. And now, it's only a side to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? Yes. Yes, she did. The judge is a very unique person with these trials. I'll say that. 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matches that of the defendant, Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found in that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you have blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Ezra sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law. Really? And then we have to go through the wave of books. And they mock us. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty is properly judged. Victim shoe. White and nail shoe. Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Aaron was right. You may cross-summon the witness. Oh, before that. This blood is my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Ah! There's blood here too! On the sole of the shoe. It's got to be the victim's. He must have stabbed in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood. It's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Oh, that was it. Okay. Whoops, then we need to examine again. I think this is the last bit of this part of the trial, because then we have another trial right after this. Oh. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say, I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranging testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, use every trick in the book. So you need to use every trick in the book. That's this when the suspect is admitting she did it. False testimonies is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Star. Let's just get this over with. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off the shoe. I was afraid someone would arrest the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch punches, gentlemen. I'm happy for you on your lunchbox bag. Really? Thank you. Your most valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Okay, so you brought it to the forensic department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it proved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed. by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. She does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood on this shoe. You can't say for sure that the blood belongs to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, Ricky. Huh? Well, speak up! Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, Q, and AB. It's like A, B, O, and AB, not Q. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I've heard. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I could have gotten DNA test results. But they say that... So there's little doubt that it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. He ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Sounds like some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough cold water. Sorry, hot water to make the whole fat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you not have a problem with this shoe? Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Given that I think it... If I'm not imagining things, I say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, Ricky. I gave you a peppered fish guts now. But you couldn't take the heat, couldn't you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the contradiction about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Take that! I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, Rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradicting about the... Oh yeah, right here. What could possibly be contradicting about blood on the bottom of the shoe? Take that! I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Would you like a grinder or a heat? Sorry. Or a grind of the heel of my boot, Mr. Wright. Man, tough crowd. That's right, let's be scientific about this. Examine the evidence. They fall, waste of time. Well, that was nice. Okay, let's return the testament, shall we? I'm gonna reload, we're gonna try again. Then... Alright. Take that! Oh, so the problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there are no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. This contradicts your claim about this shoe! This picture only shows parts of the floor. There could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness? What? Huh? You're going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it! I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I give her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. I pet her that one. I love her ribbon. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Okay. Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. He erased the bloodstain that would have been evidence against her. Work! That ties me so quite nicely. The bloodstain left on the victim's shoe ties her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked oil over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stopped him? So that's when my sister's blood got on that shoe. On the shoes. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright! Do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime. And she tried to conceal it. Alright. But... enough! There's no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Miss Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She couldn't have been lying about the water. She could be lying about the water. The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that Angel Star was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister had evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill. But here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called Evidence. Wait! Witness! Don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
The time for deliberation is past. Any further comment and you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this! A photograph? I had it in case anyone had to get gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt of this photograph. Hey, it's clearly wet! Erasing the last trace of dirt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew you couldn't win this case. Sorry, I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Farewell. This time I like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, win. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Well, you were offered lunch beforehand, so I think not immediately purse things. Whatever it is, can it wit? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. The trial isn't this trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, right? Are you saying? Okay. Are you saying there is a problem with this piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. And I'm wrong. I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Farewell, Mr. Wright. Should have cleared the problem with this photograph.
Take that!
The problem is in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Ashworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf in any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see. What's this suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does it have to do with this kiss? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think... Notice that. Let's focus on the muffler first. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler shrouded into this kiss. Right, I can't save.
Take that!
Miss Starr, recall your testimony to the court. Record your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused with in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Arrgh! Arrgh! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned? Yeah, right, yes, I was. Who was that? Was actually this a sauce pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is final evidence. Oh. Oh! Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. We leave any questions unanswered here, where we do the service to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected once more, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew. That was close. But we made it. At least for 9. This corporal adjourned for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? Okay, yeah, I'll play it because I think I know what's happening next, and time-wise, we're going for. So I will stop for the time being. This is right. This trial's too hot. It's in 2 parts. This is a 2-part trial, and I remember the second half of this being weird. Well, we'll do it next time. I'll wrap things up here. Hope it's a good day. Hope it's a week. We'll pick this up on Friday and settle up. Things are about to get strange. But for now, we'll hold that for later. I'll see you next time. Bye.